Yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC Vegas 91 Nicolau versus Pearce. We finally back after a week break after 300, and it's good to be back, even if this card is whack, but what can you do? We're gonna watch it anyway, so no matter how shit a card is, we're gonna watch it, especially this one, because this one is fucking terrible. But again, we're gonna watch it anyway. So, and I'm gonna break it down, which I don't know what's worse, that I'm putting time into watching it, 8 hours into watching it, or an hour into breaking it down. But whatever. Either way, hopefully the card's good. Hopefully I'm wrong with all my slander, but I doubt it. But enough about that. Let's talk about the card. So, enough. I don't want to ramble too much. I just want to get right into the breakdown because there's not very much to say. I said everything I need to say. We're back after a week break. I'm happy to be back after a great 300. And to be honest, last week without fights, I didn't feel that bad because 300 was so good. So, and Rani Garcia fight was pretty cool, even though I still would have rather had a UFC card, but whatever. But enough about that. Let's break down some fights. So before I do, please like, comment, subscribe. 100 subs goal by the end of 2024. We're at 40. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's break down some fights. 13 fights in total as of right now. You never know what can happen with weigh-ins and all that. Knock on wood. Let's hope everyone stays in check, everyone makes weight, and everything goes off perfectly. But you never know, especially with cans, like unprofessional, shitty Apex fighters who don't care. So, but hopefully they shut me up and prove me wrong. So, but enough rambling. Let's get to the first fight of the night in the lightweight division, which is actually a pretty fun fight. Not a good fight because both these guys are terrible, but it's a fun fight that's probably gonna end in a finish, and it's gonna be bloody. So, let's get into it as we begin the night in lightweight with Maheshate. I've never said his last name. Hayisaer. Hayisaer. I said that wrong. Versus Gabriel Mowgli Benítez. I think Benítez is stepping in for somebody. For Anshon Jubli. So definitely a step up in competition, and for Maheshate going from Jubli to Mowgli, which says a lot because Benítez is pretty bad, but Anshon Jubli's a joke. So, but yeah, let's start the breakdown by talking about Maheshate. Maheshate in the UFC is 1-2. Coming off the Contender Series, in his UFC debut, he knocked out Steve Garcia, which that one is actually aging really well. But then in his last two fights, he lost to Hubbard Garcia and Vyacheslav Borshev. The dude has shown flashes of potential. He is good on the feet. He does have good power. But his problem is his gas tank sucks. He really should not be a lightweight. I think he'd be better off at welterweight at his size, because he's like 6'2". Or no, he's 6 feet. Like, he's a tall lightweight who you can tell the weight cut ain't great, and he missed weight against Hoffa. His gas tank sucks, and again, I think going up to welterweight would be better for him. We literally have a guy on the card, opening up the main card later, who moved up and it seems to have gotten better. So, I think Maheshate should move up, but if he loses this, he has no chance to, because he's going to get cut. But if he does win this, let's say even if it's not a bad performance, like let's say he misses weight or some shit, move up to welterweight, bro. Like you're killing yourself to make lightweight for no reason, and it's really hurting his ability, I feel. So, like, what do you like? I don't know. Would he be doing much better at welterweight? Probably not, because he does have some skill, but he's not the most skilled fighter in the world. He is really young. He's only 24 with a very small record of only 9-3. So, but like, he could look better in these fights. Like against Hoffa, he didn't look bad, but Hoffa did drown him after a while, because Hoffa does have that like a really good gas tank and shit. And then Slava just beat his ass. Like, that was barely a fight. So, like, Slava just beat the piss out of him, if I remember right. Maybe he hurt Slava once, because I know he fucked up his eye. But I think that was an eye poke, if I'm correct. But either way, he got beat up there. But now he's back after a year to fight Benítez. In a giant step down. Like, he actually got a really hard first 3 fights, and the fact that he actually won one against Garcia, who was actually looking to be a really good fighter, says a lot. So, this is his first really easy opponent in a long time since Contender Series, so... I don't know, I think Mahechate's an interesting fighter. Guy who has shown, again, he's shown some talent. He has some really good power. I don't think I've seen him on the ground. I like... And... he's not, like, Benítez, I don't think is going to take him down. So I don't think we're going to get to see his ground game, but I can't remember ever seeing his ground game, which is interesting. But we've seen a lot of his striking, and it's not bad. He has good elbows, he has good power, and he's going to really be an issue for Benítez. He's not good at blocking kicks, but, yeah, shit happens. So... yeah, I just rambled about Maheshate. Can tell I'm happy to be back. A veteran of the game, as I said. He is 7-7 in UFC. Some of his better wins are Clay Colliard, Jason Knight, Justin James, and Charlie Ontiveros. His losses, Andre Fili, Sadiq Youssef, Omar Morales, Billy Q, David Onama, and Jim Miller. He's an no, he sucks. To be honest, he's just cannon fodder for anyone with actual talent. Like, his best win is fucking Clay Colliard and Jason Knight. And, like, every time he fights anyone you've actually heard of, he loses. Like, every time, like, look... every time he's fought anyone, he's beat these guys no one's ever fucking heard of, and then he wins 1 or 2 fights and then loses again because he actually has to fight someone who's good. So, and he did fight Jim Miller only 4 months ago, and he didn't look terrible, but he's just not that good, and he's 35 years old now. And most likely this will be his last UFC fight, because he's probably going to lose and get cut. He has good kicks, and in round 1 he's not bad, but his gas tank I think sucks worse than Mahechate's. And I definitely don't think this is going to be that great of a fight for him. Like, especially on short notice after, again, just having a fight with Jim Miller at 35 years old. Most likely this is going to end with him beat up and probably knocked out, so... we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Benítez is that good, and I feel like he's gonna add another finish to his Ellis right here. So, wow. The betting odds for this fight have Maheshate minus 200 to plus 170. Yeah, I would agree. Like, most of the time I would not like seeing Maheshate at that giant price point, because I don't think he is a minus 200 level fighter, but in this fight against someone as bad as Benítez he is, if he was still fighting Jubilee, fuck, he should be minus 400, but against Benítez, minus 200 sounds about right. He's how much younger? He's 11 years younger, he is way taller, 1 inch reach advantage, he's not fought in a year, Benítez fought 4 months ago. Everything points to Maheshate winning this fight. How would Benítez win this fight? A lucky shot, I guess, hoping Maheshate gasses out so badly he just quits, or maybe Benítez becomes Khabib and starts fucking throwing Maheshate around. But I don't see that, so I'm gonna go with Maheshate here. Pretty obviously, he should win this fight. I think is the better fighter in 2024. And he should be able to get his first win in, 3 years? Or 2 years, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go Maheshate to get the win here. I'm gonna go Maheshate by, do I knock out in the first or second? I'm feeling a second round knockout. Well, yeah. I'm feeling a second round knockout. I think Benítez is gonna have a really good round 1. Probably win round 1, but then I think Maheshate is going to catch him. So I'm going to go Maheshate by knockout in the second. He should be able to knock out Benítez. If anything, he should be able to win a decision. So I'm going Maheshate by knockout in the second. I don't even know. Again, I'm trying to think, how would he lose this? I really don't know. the more I think about it, he would just have to lose all his ability. Like, I'm gonna go Maheshate by knockout. He should win. That's what I'm gonna say. Maheshate by knockout in a second. And I rambled way too long about that fight. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, not much else to say. Now to move on to our second fight of the night in the women's flyweight division. Christ. And this is when the can versus can fight starts, because there are 5 of these in a row. You think I'm joking? Watch. There's 5 can versus can fights in a row, and this is the first of them. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I missed 300. Fuck it. In our second fight of the night in the women's flyweight division, we have Ivana Petrović versus Dragon Girl Liang. Huh? This shit couldn't main event, or fuck, this shit couldn't co-main event on an Invicta card. Why the fuck is this fight happening? This is just pathetic. Fucking can versus can. Let's talk about the can first. Ivana Petrović. Ivana in UFC is 0-1. She had her UFC debut last year, and she looked terrible against Luana Carolina. You got embarrassed by Luana Carolina. You lost your undefeated record to Luana Carolina. You suck. you literally suck. She showed literally, like, I'm trying to remember that fight. I don't remember that fight. A and B. I'm trying to I'm trying to remember if she, like, did she do anything? Like, I just remember her really looking terrible. So she sucks. She's a fraud. What fucking belt is that? Aries. She's an Aries FC fraud. Fucking won the belt there somehow. Now she's in the UFC sucking. They're lucky. She's lucky they gave her the easiest fight in the fucking division. So yeah, Ivana sucks. But she should be able to win this fight pretty easily because it's Liang. But yeah, she's fucking terrible. To talk about her opponent, Liang. Wow, how is she still here? 0-3. How is she still here? She's so fucking bad. She's literally shown no redeeming. So she's 0-3 in the UFC. And if you look at the people she's lost to, it's like, okay, her last 2 L's are respectable to good fighters. The first one to Ariane Cornelossi, that's like, eh. And she actually did not look terrible in that fight. She had a few moments, but Cornelossi did beat her ass and finish her. Then Gomez knocked her the fuck out, and then JJ Aldridge beat her up. Which actually I think the Aldridge fight was her best performance. She did show some, she had a few good moments. I think she was on top of Aldridge for a few minutes. Not even a few minutes, but for a moment. But she, of course, and she fucking got finished by JJ Aldridge. That's the first time JJ Aldridge has ever got a finish. So come on. She's terrible. Her striking sucks. Her ground game is her only thing. You're like, okay, I guess she doesn't completely suck at that, but it's like, that's your only thing you're not garbage at. Woo. Her gas tank is awful. She pretty much just quits in fights. She quit versus Aldridge. Yeah, she sucks. She's fucking terrible. And I don't know how she's still here. Like, she's been off for how long now? For fucking half a year. Now she's getting another fight. How? I fucking hate how UFC does not cut anyone anymore. If you lose 3 in a row, get the fuck out, you suck. Y'all, whatever, it's annoying. But, enough rambling about this garbage fight. I don't want to talk about this fight anymore. The betting odds have Ivana Petrović minus 500. To be honest, I would lower that a little bit. I'd lower that to like 300, 250. 250, we'll go 300. She should win. She should win this fight. If you lose to Liang, you're like, no joke. Like, I do a chopping block tweet, which means, yeah, you're getting cut every Sunday after the card. Whoever loses this fight's gonna be on it. If you lose to Liang, you're cut. And if she loses, she was already on the after her last fight, she was on it. So why the fuck is she still here? I don't know. It's annoying. But, yeah, Ivana should win. I did not think she was a taller fighter. Ivana should win this pretty easily. And, yeah. If you lose this, you are terrible. But, would I be shocked if Liang did get the upset? No. If you lose to Luana Carolina, you can lose to Liang. So, would I say bet on Liang? Fuck no. But could I see the upset happening? Yeah. I could see it. There's a world where it happened. It's a unlikely world, but it could happen. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna go Ivana Petrović, and I'm gonna go. I was gonna pick decision, but then I saw she mainly wins by finish, and she should, like, Liang, you should be able to finish Liang, man. I'm gonna go, has she been KO'd 3 times? I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna say, like, TKO in a second. She should be able to just break like, is just terrible. Ivana should be able to break do I go decision? No, I'm using my brain. Like, is gonna gas and fucking get beat up again. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Ivana Petrović by TKO in a second. She should be able to finish Liang. If you go to decision, you lost. So, but now I'm going Ivana Petrović by TKO in a second. You better not lose this fight. Is all I'm gonna say. You better not fucking choke this. It's Liang. Come on, Petrović by TKO in a second. After that, not gonna say much about this fight because I know nothing about one of the fighters, and I think the other one sucks. So. And this fight literally got made Monday, I believe. Monday or Tuesday. There's that also thrown on top. As in our third fight of the night in the lightweight division. Yep. In the lightweight division, we have James Goku Llontop versus Chris Taco Padilla. So Chris is actually stepping in for 2 people. It was first meant to be Lando Venata, but he pulled out. That was meant to be Gabe Green, but then he pulled out. And then Chris stepped in on Monday, I believe it was. So respect to Chris for stepping in. And Llontop has had a lot of, I think this was like, I think he's not the first card he's been pulled. No, never mind. But yeah, he's been really unlucky this card, but he did finally get a fight, so I guess good for him. But yeah, I think this is another can versus can fight because I'll let you break down. So I'll talk about Llontop first. He is making his UFC debut here after Contender Series, where I don't think he should have got a contract. He did not impress me. You beat up a terrible fighter and you couldn't even finish him. I don't think he's that good. I was not impressed with him. And he really needs to prove something to me because I don't know why he's here. He did not look good in the if looking good is like dominating somebody, you can't finish them when they're pretty much a fucking punching bag. It's like, I wouldn't have gave him a contract. I don't think he's that good, but whatever. He should win this fight pretty easily since he's literally getting someone who stepped in on Monday that no one's ever fucking heard of. So. And to talk about that opponent, Padilla. Welcome to the UFC. You'll probably get like 4 fights. For some reason, you have a fight booked, but that's definitely canceled. You beat Justin James, who's fucking terrible. And yeah, you're probably gonna lose this fight, buddy. Have you fought anyone else? Even Aguilera's not. Is that Aguilera? Yeah, he was okay in UFC, I guess. So you fought. Oh, and what are the odds you actually fought Gabe Green, who you stepped in for? Yeah, you're probably gonna lose. Not very much I'll say. The betting odds have Llontop at -450 to +340. I really don't know if I agree or disagree because I've never seen Padilla fight. So most likely he sucks and he's probably gonna lose. So I'm gonna go James Llontop by decision. Let's see. No, this is let's just see. Wow, what is 6 feet versus 5'9"? So Padilla is a fucking featherweight, I'm guessing. Oh no, he's a lightweight. He's just short. But yeah, I'm going James Llontop by decision. You should win this fight, dude. It's same thing with Ivana. And this, you even have less of an excuse of losing because A, no one even knows who Padilla is, and B, he stepped in on Monday. You should win, buddy. So win. James Llontop by decision. After that, we head back to even more cans. They just don't stop. As we head to another fight that couldn't main event a fucking Invicta card. As we have in the, is it strawweight? In the women's strawweight division, we have Ketlen, not even gonna try that nickname, Souza, versus Marnic, the sawed-off savage man. And man, this fight fucking blows. Man, I'm really gonna watch this garbage. God damn you, UFC. Let's talk about Ketlen Souza. Ketlen in UFC is 0-1. She made her UFC debut last year against Karine Silva, who we'll talk about later. And she got her fucking knee fucking blown apart in under 2 minutes. She showed nothing good there. Yes, she did fight a great fighter in Karine Silva, who we're gonna talk about later, who's gonna get a nice win on the same card, on this card. But yeah, Ketlen did not show anything in that fight. She had no takedown defense and no submission defense is all I remember seeing. So yeah, this is definitely one of the biggest step downs I've ever seen from your debut to your next fight. But I guess we'll have to wait and see if this step down benefits Ketlen. It should, because if you can't beat Marnic Man, you are getting cut. This is another fight. The loser is getting on the chopping block because you suck. So, but yeah, she should be able to win this fight. Like, I'm second time. And she's going down to fucking strawweight. I guess is what I think that's her natural weight class, I'm guessing, or she's just moving down willingly. Don't know. We'll see. Yeah. To talk about her opponent, Marnic Man, also 0-1 to UFC. She at least did have a fight in a contender series where she got her fucking head kicked off by Bruna Brazil. She's terrible. She's really bad. Her main flaw is she is 5 feet tall. So that really whimpers her ability to do really anything. Her main, unless she fought like Just Kondrach, which even if she did, are you good enough to copy Andrade and win? Probably not. So, I feel bad for these short fighters to an extent because they are at such a fucking disadvantage. It's and again, Andrade is the only one who's been able to turn that short fucking height into, I don't want to say a fucking, how do I want to put it? A fucking advantage to an extent because you're so short and you can just fucking bull rush them. So, but yeah, Marnic did have her UFC debut last year also, fighting Josephine Knudsen on short notice, and of course she got dominated because Knudsen's a great fighter. And yeah, Marnic's only way of winning this fight, or really any fight, is just getting you to the ground and keeping you there. She can't strike, and how tall is Ketlen? She's 3 inches taller. She has a shorter reach. Weird. But yeah, her main fucking way of winning this fight is taking you down, and we'll see if she can do that. Most likely she can't, because I highly doubt Ketlen is gonna fucking... If you can't beat Marnic Man, you are really bad. So, yeah, I don't see Marnic winning this fight. It could happen. I don't think it will. So, yeah, her UFC run will probably be as short as she is. Ha. Kill me. The betting odds for this fight have Ketlen Souza minus 345 to plus 275. Yeah, I would agree. You could have her close to 400 even. I don't know how you really lose this fight, unless you again just get taken down over and over again, which I don't see happening. So yeah, I'm gonna go Karine Silva by decision. You should win this fight. Like, come on, it's Marnic, man. So yeah, I'm going Karine Silva by decision. Not really much else to say. Can versus can. So we have 2 more. Then we get back to legit fights. As of now, we have what might be somehow worse: low-level heavyweight. Yay! Oh. And then our next fight of the night in the heavyweight division, we have more cans, as we sadly have Dontel, Lord Kong, Mays versus Caio, Bigfoot, Machado. Thank God it's ain't the co-main. But why? Why, UFC? Why do you hate us? What did we do wrong? Well, fuck you. Let's talk about Dontel Mays for some reason. Dontel in the UFC is 3-4-1. His 3 wins are Rogue Martinez, Josh Parisian, and Andrei Arlovsky. His losses are Sorogan, Rodrigo Nascimento, Augusto Sakai, and Rodrigo Nascimento. Yeah, he's terrible. He's only in the UFC because he's John Jones' training partner, from what I fucking heard. And yeah, he's fucking trash. His skill, all he can do is take you down. Like, yeah, he knocked out Andrei Arlovsky, but you knocked out a 50-year-old man. You're not getting a fucking round of applause for that. Like, oh, and he had a no contest against Hamidi, where he lost that fight. But what did Hamidi pop for? To read it. Oh, yeah. Mays not good. He's literally terrible, and we'll see what he can do here against Caio Machado. He looked terrible in his last fight against Nascimento. Yeah, I got nothing to say, man. I really don't. It's Dontel fucking Mays. You're really starting to, I've had to talk about fucking Liang, Dontel Mays, Marnic Man in one video. I'm starting to lose my fucking mind. And all he can do is wrestle. That's his only way of winning this fight, is just wrestling. There. Do we talk about Caio Machado? No. A Machado that ain't a cuck. As we have Caio, who is 0-1 in the UFC, coming off the Contender Series, where he somehow got a contract for literally doing nothing. He had maybe one of the worst fights of the season with that guy. I'm not even gonna try his name. So he somehow got a contract off of that, and then he fought Mick Park in his UFC debut, and actually did not look terrible. Fucked it better than Mohammed Usman did. Fucking moron. He looked fine in that fight. Some people thought he won that fight. I don't. I think you're pushing it. But he definitely did look better than I expected. He looked fine, and he tested Mick. So I don't think Caio's that good. I definitely think I do think he's the better fighter in this fight, but that's saying a lot. And he should be able to win this fight. Yeah, he's not very good. This is literally, we have 2 cans. Let's see who gets the lucky W. Because yeah, Caio and Dontel are both fucking trash. So the betting odds have Caio Machado minus 125. I actually think it's like about no. I did look earlier. Those are what the odds really are, about 120, 115. I would have Machado minus 150. 150, 160. He should win this fight. Keep down the feet. Let Dontel gas and win. I think the biggest thing with this fight is who gasses first. And neither of these guys have that great of gas tanks, but I definitely think Caio has a better gas tank. Plus, he is much younger, so he should be able to just have Dontel just stop takedowns and let Dontel gas in about the first round, maybe halfway through the second, and then just take over. So Machado should be able to win this fight. If he loses, it's because he got taken down over and over again. Same thing with Marnic Man and a couple others. But I just like Marnic Man, and just like Marnic Man, I don't think Dontel will be able to get those takedowns. So I'm gonna go with Caio Machado, and yeah, he should be able to win this fight pretty I don't want to say easily, but pretty soundly. So, I'm going Kyle Machado by decision. Don't get taken down. And now the last can versus can fight on the card. The main event of the can versus cans. And it sucks as bad as the others as we head to lightweight for more cans between Austen Thud Hubbard versus Michael Mad Dog Figlak. Why is Austen Hubbard back? Why? He's so bad. I don't want to watch this. Help. Fuck it. Let's just talk about it and get it done. Let's start with Austen Hubbard. Why is he back? I fucking hate him. He's so bad. Austen is 3-5 in the UFC. Some reason got a contract after losing to Kurt Holobaugh. And yeah, he's terrible. I don't even want to talk about him. Like, his career highlight is making this Max kid quit. Because that's the only thing anyone will actually ever remember about him. Because he's fucking terrible. It's not even funny how shit he is. So, yeah. Fuck Austen Hubbard, I'm not talking about him. Dude, talk about his opponent, Michael Figlak. Figlak is 0-1 in the UFC. In the UFC debut, he fought Firas Liang and looked terrible. I get that's not, like, I guess that's a little bit of a tough debut, except I think that was over in Pearce as well. But, like, he didn't even fight. He literally just did not fight. And it was a really disappointing performance. He was, like, a big favorite, too, if I remember. Yeah, so he just looked terrible, and I expected a lot better from him. But, whatever, it happens, and, he's getting a giant step down. He's getting handed a fight he should win. Let's see if he takes it. I did not even fucking really know he beat Oban Elliott. That has aged really well, actually. Is that Oban's only L in the UFC? No, he's taken 2. But, yeah, Figlak, he's been out for a while. 2022, that fight happened. I think he had some arm injury or some shit. He follows me on Instagram for some reason, which is cool, but weird. But, yeah. You should be able to win this fight, and, yeah. He needs to fight like how he did to get that 8-0 record going into that fight. He can't get the fucking jitters and be all fucking shy. No, because he was gun shy in that fight, so, yeah. But, yeah, the bang outs have Michael Figlak minus 155 to plus 130. Yeah, you could put Figlak up to 165, 170 in my opinion. He should win this fight. He should be a better fighter than Austen Hubbard. Like, anyone should be a better fighter than Austen Hubbard. It's Austen Hubbard. He's so fucking bad. Just don't look. I don't even, like, I was gonna say don't whatever. What is Austen Hubbard's, like, strength? What is he good at doing? Nothing. So, Figlak, just win. It should be the easiest win of your career. Come on. I'm going Michael Figlak by decision. You should be able to beat Austen Hubbard. If you don't, fuck you. Get this clown cut again, because I never want to watch him fight again. He's so bad. So fucking bad, man. And now, let's move on to the first real fight since the first fight of the night, as we head into the bantamweight division for our featured prelim, which is actually not a terrible fight, even if it's really easy to predict in my opinion, as we have Rani Yahya versus Victor La Magostra Henry. It's a fight. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know why this old man is still here, but he is. And, yeah, this is a featured prelim. Could be worse. At least it's a real fight compared to what I just broke down the last 5 fights. So, yeah. Well, I guess let's talk about the old man. Let's start by talking about Rani Yahya. Rani in the UFC is 13-5, 1-1. Started his UFC career in 2011, my bad. He's had a lot of ups and downs. To name off some of his better wins, Mike Brown. He's gonna fight Dustin Poirier. That would have went great. Johnny Bedford, Luke Sanders. I'm literally just naming anyone I actually fucking know. Kung Ho Kang. Yeah, he's not fucking fought many. He's not beat anyone that good. He beat Eddie Wineland. In WEC, the last one, Eddie was actually good. To go over his losses, Chad Mendes, Joe Soto, Ricky Simone, and Montel Jackson. Yeah, he's not. It's weird that he's not lost a lot. But yeah, at this point in his career, he is 39 years old. He is way past his prime, especially at bantamweight, which is a bad thing. And he should retire. I really don't know why he's still fighting. You don't got it anymore, and just retire, bro. Like, for real. A, no one wants to see you fight, and B, no one, like, you don't need to fight. Just go retire, grandpa. Like, he's like, I guess the best comparison for him is a bantamweight Damian Maia. His skill set is ground game. Striking, no. Power, no. Kicks, no. All he can do is fucking wrestle or grapple. Like, he can't do anything else. So, I don't know why he's still fighting, and I think this is gonna be bad for him. So, especially after just getting knocked out for the first time a year ago. Let's see if this goes any better for him. I doubt it. To talk about his opponent, Victor Henry. Victor in the UFC is 2-1-1. His 2 wins are Rani Barcelos and Tony Gravely. His 1 loss is Rafael Sunsao, and he had a no contest with Javid Basharat. His 2 wins, I think a lot of us know about how he stepped in at short notice and beat up Rani Barcelos, that's an insane debut. That was a great fight also, and that was a crazy upset. He was a giant underdog, if I remember. Yeah. So yeah, he looked great in that fight, but then he fought his son Sao and he just didn't fight. He just looked fucking stagnant. Then he fought Gravely and looked okay. And then he fought Javid, which he was gonna lose that fight anyway, but Javid did kick him in the nuts really badly. And yeah, fucking that kept Henry down. No contest. Now he's back. I feel like Henry just caught fucking lightning in a bottle with the Barcelos fight, because ever since he's not looked half as good, and he's fought way lesser fighters. Like, he looked terrible against the Sunsao fight he should have easily won. He looked very underwhelming against Gravely, who's an okay opponent, and he was going to lose the job at anyway, which is, actually probably got lucky, so. Yeah, Henry has shown talent, but he is 36 years old. And he really needs to show up in this fight after a lot of underwhelming performances since that really out of nowhere debut. So let's see if he can do it, man. We'll see. He easily should, but we'll see. The betting odds have Victor Henry minus 500 to plus 380. I agree. You could move him up even higher. Henry is my lock of the night. I don't see how he would lose this fight besides getting subbed, which just don't get subbed. Don't throw a kick. Keep it, just throw your hands, beat up the old man, probably finish him. If not, you're just gonna 30-27 him. Like, you literally have no threat on the feet. Besides, you are the biggest threat to yourself on feet, because you might throw a kick and get taken down like an idiot. Just don't throw kicks. Keep it standing and fucking piece him up for 15 minutes or less. It's the easiest job in the world. Like, this is one of the easiest fights Victor can get. Just keep it standing and win. So, yeah, that's all I really gotta say. My pick here is obviously, like I said, Victor Henry. He is my lock of the night, and I'm gonna go by decision. Don't get subbed. It's just so fucking easy. If he got a finish, I won't be shocked. I could see a TKO, but I'm gonna go with a decision. So yeah, there's my lock of the night. You'd think it'd be the person fighting Liang, but no, shockingly it's not. But yeah, those are the prelims. Outside the first and last fight, fucking terrible. But now we go on to the main card, which is okay. could be better, could be worse. Yeah, I've seen worse for an Apex card, so I'm gonna start with the main card opener, which is a fun fight, but in the welterweight division between a veteran and a developing fighter, as we have Tim the Dirty Bird Means versus Uros the Dr. Medic. This will be fun. Someone's probably gonna get finished, and it will be fun. This will be a really fun fight for as long or as little as it lasts. Let's talk about Tim Means. The veteran, I really should not have to say much about Tim Means, because I think we've all seen him fight by now. He is 15-12-1 in the UFC, to name off some of his better wins. Diego Lima, Alex Garcia, Thiago Alves, Staropoli, Mike Perry, Nicholas Dalby, Andre Filo, and some of his losses, definitely a lot like a few other fighters on this card who definitely lost to mainly the good fighters they fought. Masvidal, Castillo, Neil Magny, Matt Brown, Alex Oliveira, Sergio Moraes, Nico Price, Daniel Rodriguez, Kevin Holland, Max Griffin, Alex Morono. So it's a lot like, I forget who, I think it was Gabriel Benítez. He loses to the good fighters he fights, and he really doesn't, he rarely beats, like Mike Perry, that one has aged amazingly. Dalby has aged great. Thiago Alves is a nice name to have on your record always. But, yeah, Tim is a very, he's old. He's 40 years old, and but he did look good in his last fight, beating up Andre Filo, which I know that's not saying much, because Andre Filo is terrible. But he did look good in that fight, coming off a 3-fight losing streak. And actually, he did look good in the Morono fight, too, until he got subbed. Like, he's not a bad fighter. Even right now, at 40 years old, he's not that bad. But he's definitely not even, he definitely, I think, should start considering hanging up the gloves, because yeah, he really does not have it anymore. And a fight like this, I think, will really show that, because you're going to fight a dude who does hit really hard and is going to test Tim's chin and durability. So we'll see if Tim can handle a lot of fucking pressure and damage here. Let's see if he still got it. So we're gonna see. Tim, like, he was able to go toe-to-toe with Filho, but Medic is 10 times better than Filho. So we'll see what Tim can do here. To talk about his opponent, Uros Medic. Uros is 3-2 in the UFC. His 3 wins are Elon Cruz, Omar Morales, and Matthew Semmelsberger. His 2 losses are Jalen Turner, and Mytekbi Orlaba. He's a dude I swear I can never get a read on half the time. Like, sometimes he looks great, sometimes he looks terrible. He has moved up to welterweight, which I think is a really nice improvement. He did in the Semmelsberger fight, and he looked, that was the best performance of his career. He looked good, his gas tank looked better, his striking looked good like always, but his biggest problem was his gas tank sucked. Now that his gas tank looks good, now it's like, okay, he's getting better, and I'm kind of just ignoring this L to my Orlabai, because that dude is good. We're gonna see him fight next week, and I can't wait. This dude's just really good. So I can give that a pass. It was short notice against a great fighter. I can give it a pass. But yeah, Uros. If we can get the Uros we saw against Matthew Semmelsberger and Omar Morales, then he should win this fight. I really don't. Like, the biggest worry in this fight is if he gasses, trying to finish Tim, which is a possibility. Hopefully he doesn't, and hopefully we can see him fucking get the win here. So, like, if the fight does go past round 1, I'm gonna start sweating a little bit, and then if it goes in, like, deep into round 2, it's like, oh shit. So we'll see if Uros really has improved, because Semmelsberger is not the best fighter in the world half the time, even though he is actually really good. Tim's going to test him. If Tim sees him gassing, he's going to jump on him and try to finish him and break him, and he might succeed. We'll see. But right now, I'm not 100% sure if he will do that. The betting odds have Uros match minus 310 to plus 250. I disagree completely. I think he's way too big of a favorite there. I would have Uros minus 190, 180. I think there's too many. 310 with a dude who does have ways of losing this fight is insane. I definitely don't agree with that. There's a world where Tim doesn't get finished and he's able to decision or finish Uros, and if that happens, don't be shocked. I think Uros at minus 310 is crazy. Like, I think I'm gonna pick Uros, maybe, most likely, but again, I think him at 310 is pretty out there. I don't really agree with that. I definitely think 180 is what I would put him at. I just don't think he's a minus 310 in this fight. He should win. Like, I'll say that. He should fucking win. But 310, yeah, I don't see it. So, yeah. But we'll see. Maybe he shuts me up and runs over Tim. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm probably going to go Uros match by... I'm going to say knockout in the second. I don't think it's going to be as easy as finishing Tim in the first round, because Tim is durable to an extent. Like, how many times... He's only been finished in the first round 2 times, and only one of them were in the UFC. Nico Price. And now at the end of round 1. Yeah, I'm definitely going to fucking go with Uros here, I think. And I'm going to go by knockout in the second. I think it's going to be a lot of Omar Morales fight, if my prediction is correct. So, let's see if Uros can do that. Again, there's a world where Tim is able to out-veteran him and win. Use the jab really well and shit. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, I'm going Uros match by knockout in second. Let's see what happens. After that, we had the best fight on the card, a banger in the featherweight division that I'm very excited for, as we have JSP Jonathan Pearce versus David Silent Assassin Onama. This is a banger, best fight on the card, hands down. 2 great fighters. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this fight. It's gonna be fun. A finish is not guaranteed, but a fun fight hopefully is. So, I'm excited. And let's talk about JSP. JSP in the UFC is 5-2. His 5 wins are Kai Kamaka, Omar Morales, Christian Rodriguez, Makwan Mirkani, and Darren Elkins. His 2 losses are Joe Lozon and Joe Anderson Brito. And really, the Lozon fight was, I think, short notice, I want to say. If not, then I was still up a weight class at lightweight against Joe Lozon in the Lozon's backyard, I believe. In Boston. I don't know why I saw Sacramento. But, yeah. But then he did rattle off a nice 5-fight winning streak. Guys like Kai Kamaka and Darren Elkins are not terrible wins. Yeah, and then he, like, Omar and Makwan, whatever, Rodriguez, whatever. But yeah, definitely it was a nice winning streak. He definitely did show some skills in that winning streak. But then he fought Joe Anderson Brito, was actually winning that fight, got really cocky, and got submitted. So, he taunted Brito, and Brito subbed him. So, good job. We know what JSP is trying to do. He's trying to wrestle you. And if he can wrestle you, you're probably going to lose. But if you can stuff his takedown to make him strike, you're probably going to beat him. So, this is definitely not the easiest fight for Pearce, because he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna need to get those takedowns. And if he doesn't, he's gonna get knocked out. So, we'll see if he can get back on track. I think he's gonna be hungry after really fucking up that Brito fight, which would have been a giant win for him. Brito literally fights next week against Jack Shore, which is gonna be and if Brito wins that, it's just gonna show how good he is, which is gonna make that not look half as bad. So, but yeah, we'll see what JSP can do here, bouncing back after his first loss at featherweight. We'll see, man. We'll see what he can do. Because his opponent is a guy who is very hot and cold, David Onama. David in UFC is 3-2. His 3 wins are Gabriel Benítez, Garrett Armsfield, and Gabriel Santos. His 2 losses are Mason Jones and Nate Train. He's looked really off in his last 2 wins. Like, against Armsfield, he looked terrible. Like, he did not look very good. Then against Gabriel Santos, he did land the KO shot, but it was definitely not a great... He didn't look great that fight. He definitely could have looked better. He was losing that fight until he got to KO, so... But then we go over to his 2 losses where he stepped in on short notice to fight Mason Jones. He put up a good fight there. In a rematch, Onama would win. Mason Jones fucking sucks. And against Nate Landwehr, we all know that fight. One of the best fights of 2022. Could easily call it the fight of the year. And he really should have got finished like 8 times. But Nate Landwehr is Nate to train, man. He's gonna let you... He doesn't want to end a fight like that, so. But, yeah, Onama's good when he's on, but when he's not on, he could still win. Like, I guess that just shows how good he is. Even when he's fighting out of really bad, when he's really fighting bad, he can still win fights like the Santos and Armsfield fight. So, guess let's see what Onama we get here. Like, we all know if he wins this fight, he has to stop takedowns. And if he doesn't, then he's gonna lose. And also when it comes to gas tanks, his gas tank is definitely weaker than JSP's. So, well, let's see what happens here. But let's see what happens here between 2 very, very good fighters. The betting odds have JSP -180 to +150. I move it down a little bit to -160. Like, JSP should be a favorite and he should win. But I think 180 is a little too much there, because that risk of him not getting the takedowns is definitely there. His gas tank is not great. Like, for a wrestler, his gas tank actually is not the strongest. It's not bad, but by round 3 he will be tired. So, but if he can fucking get Onama down, gas him out, I could see him subbing him. I can see him 30-27 in him. We'll see. But again, you flip a coin, Onama could easily land that KO punch and send Pearce out cold. So it could go many ways, and I'm very excited to see which way it goes. But I'm going to say JSP gets the W here using his wrestling, and I'm going to go JSP by decision. I think he should be able to get it down, keep Onama down, maybe get locked in a submission, or just, like I said, decision. So, JSP by decision. I think he's going to be hungry and mad after that last fight, and I think he's going to show up here. Nothing else to say there. After that, we definitely take a step down in level of fighting as we head to heavyweight, which is, unless it's Tom Aspinall, they suck. Ah, boy. As we head to heavyweight for our second fight of the night in the heavyweight division and our third of the main card, between Jhonata Diniz versus Austen Lane. What a banger, am I right? No. I'm not going to try and waste much time on this fight because A, I don't think there's much to say, and B, I don't want to talk about this shit. And C, I can probably talk about this fight longer than it'll actually be because it's probably ending in round 1, so yeah. Let's start by talking about Jhonata Diniz. I know I'm saying his last name wrong. I really don't care. Jhonata is undefeated coming into his UFC debut off the Contender Series where he looked great running through Eduardo Naves. Yeah, this dude looks to be really good. He's like a former kickboxer and shit, and you can tell he looked great, and he's getting a very easy debut here to show off his skills. Let's see if this guy is that guy. He's 32 years old, 6-0. Let's see how good he is. I'm very intrigued to see how he looks here again, getting such an easy debut where he can showcase his skills. Let's see how he does. I'm intrigued. Not very much else to say. I've seen him fight one time and he looked amazing running through Naves. So let's see if he can do it again against maybe a fighter as shit as Naves. Speaking of that fighter, Austen Lane. God, this guy sucks. He is fucking terrible. Lane in the UFC is 0-1-1. His one loss is to Justin Tafa, and then of course we know before that he had a no contest with Mr. Tafa. Yeah, he sucks. He keeps his chin up in the air. For some fucking reason, his footwork ain't great, his striking ain't great. The dude lost to Greg Hardy. Enough said. Yeah, Lane's terrible. I gave him a chance. I picked him to beat Taffa. I thought he could fight at range and, like, maybe clip Taffa and all that. Nope. Get knocked out in 90 seconds. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I'm not going to ever pick him again because he sucks and he's going to get KO'd here. So, yeah, Austen Lane is terrible. 36 years old, has no idea how to put his chin down. It's going to end bad for him. The betting odds first fight have Diniz at minus 230 to plus 190. Yeah, I'd agree. Like, unless Diniz is a complete fraud, which even if he is, I don't think it would get exposed here because Austen Lane. I don't know, I don't see him losing this fight. Like, what is Liang gonna do? Knock him out? I doubt it. Like, Jhonata's better on the feet. If it hit the ground, he's probably better. Like, it should be an easy fight. Just knock out Austen Lane. It's Austen Lane. So, I'm going Jhonata. Diniz my knockout in the first. If you can't knock out Austen Lane, you suck. Literally. Like, you are a fraud and you will be added to the fraud list. But until then, show that you can beat a can. After that, we head to the final three. 56 minutes in. How did I squeeze an hour out of this shit? I ramble too much. Let's get into our fourth fight of the main card in the women's flyweight division, the only good women's fight of the night, and I might not talk about this fight too much because I fucking hate one of the fighters in it, as we have Karine Killer Silva versus that bitch on the right side of your screen. Yeah, I'm going Karine to win this fight. She's a better fighter, she's a great prospect, and she's really good. Simple as that. She's good, man. She's really good. And, she's good. She's not the best female named Silva at fucking flyweight, but when you got Natalia Silva running around, you can't be too upset about that. Karine is very, 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 very good, and she's going to get a nice win here. So, yeah. I'm gonna go Karine Silva by submission. I hope she breaks Lipski's fucking arm or leg, something. No reason why. You don't need to ask why. It's none of your business. And yeah, I'm going Karine Silva by submission in the first. Maybe I'll change it to second. Either way, just snap a fucking limb, please. Please, you'd be the GOAT. Please, Karine Silva by submission at first. Fuck Lipski. Now to go into our co-main event of the evening, the last good fight on the card, and to be honest, this is only good because it's going to end quickly with a nice knockout, because neither of these guys are that talented. And we enter our co-main event of the evening in the light heavyweight division between Ryan Superman Spann versus Bogdan Sezerovich Guskov. Does this matchmaking make any sense? No. Does anyone care? No. Let's talk about Ryan Spann. Spann in the UFC is 7-4. His 7 wins are some dude named Luis, Lil Nog, Devin Clark, Sam Alvey, Misha Serkinov, Ian Kutilaba, and Dominic Reyes. His losses are Johnny Walker, Anthony Smith, Nikita Krylov, and Anthony Smith. When Spann is on, he's really scary. Like the Dominic Reyes fight, like the Serkinov fight, like the Nogueira and Clark fights. When he's fighting at his abilities, he's good. But then he has fights like the Johnny Walker fight, which I'll keep saying he's lost himself that fight because he fucking let Johnny elbow him in the fucking head. Like the Krylov fight where he got submitted, like even the Sam Alvey fight where he looked fucking terrible. And then in his last fight against Anthony Smith in the rematch, he looked amazing. And then he just stopped fucking fighting. It's like, he's such a hot and cold fighter in the fucking cage. Even he'll be hot and cold. It's not even like some fighters are hot and cold to where like one night they look great, and next night they look terrible. He's like, he'll look great in a round and then fucking disappear. And like, he has talent. He has knockout ability. He has a nice submission, but he's just not been able to fucking fight consistently at the level he can fight at. He should have beat Anthony Smith in his last fight. The fact you're losing to a 2023 Anthony Smith is sad. Like, you should be finishing Sam Alvey in 2020. Like, you should have finished Johnny Walker, but your fight IQ is fucking terrible. Like, he's annoying to watch, and especially when you pick him like the Smith fight for me. Like, I don't know, I predict him to lose to Krylov. And, but, yeah, I don't know, he's an annoying fighter. He's very annoying, and either he'll look great in this fight, or he'll look terrible. Or, if it goes over one round, he'll look terrible or great. I don't know. Who knows? That'd be interesting. If he hits you, you're going down. So, yeah. To talk about his opponent, Bogdan Guskov, a guy they're really trying to push immediately. Bogdan is 1-1 in UFC. In his UFC debut, he stepped in on short notice and fought Volkan Oezdemir and lost. And then in his last fight, 2 months ago, he flatlined Zach Pounga. Guskov ain't very good. He hits hard. He hits really hard. He has no gas tank. He has no ground game. If this fight goes over a couple minutes, he'll probably lose. And yeah, the UFC's trying to push him for some reason. I don't know why. Like, he just hits hard. That's literally the only thing I could fucking think of. So, I don't know. Yeah. Not very much to say. The betting odds first fight have Ryan Spann minus 205 to plus 170. No. Spann should be like minus 130, 140, because you can't trust him. Like, you just can't fucking trust him to actually show up and fight to his abilities. On paper, should Ryan Spann easily win this fight? To be honest, probably. But do I think he will? I don't know. I'm leaning Guskov. Guskov, I think, is hungrier. Fucking Spann's out here saying, oh, I'm not doing tape study. You're a fucking idiot. You're dumb. You're on a 2-fight losing skid, dude. You're fucking stupid. You need this win. If you lose this, you should be in PFL. You're not even that good. Or you are good. I can't tell. You just don't show up in fights. It's fucking annoying. So, fuck it. I'm gonna Bogdan Guskov. Fuck you. Give me Guskov. I'm gonna say he cracks Spann and sends him out cold, because that's what he deserves. For fucking, I'm not doing tape study, but bitch, you ain't John Jones. You wanna be. You fucking want to be John Jones. In all your face-offs, you fucking look away from your opponent because you think you're cool. Nah, bro, you suck. Give me Bogdan Guskov to knock out Ryan Spann. If I get this wrong, yeah, probably I will. If I get it right, cool. Fuck you. I don't know. Do I actually care? No. I just wanna fucking knockout. That's all I want. I just wanna see a knockout in the first round here, and I think that's what we're gonna get. So, yeah. Give me Bogdan Guskov by knockout in the first. I'm not very confident, but fuck it. It'd be funny, and I want to see it. And now for our main event of the evening, our lame event of the evening, a joke of a main event. I'm not going to waste much time on this because I don't want to talk about this shit. Thank you, Manel Kopp, for being a bitch and pulling out and ruining this fight and main event and card. As we have in our main event of the evening, after the first main event since 300, Matheus Nicolau versus Alex Perez. Fuck you. Perez is stepping in for Manel Kopp, who pulled out right after the fight was booked, which is annoying. I'm not gonna waste much time. Nicolau should win this fight easily. He's just better. Nicolau is the most mid fighter imaginable. He's not bad, but he's not good. He's average. He's the most perfectly average fighter you can make. Perez sucks. Alex Perez is fucking terrible. The fucking glass bones Perez. He sucks. So, Glass Boy Pearce is gonna. I'm shocked he hasn't pulled out of this fight yet, because his fucking nose itches or whatever. So, I'm with Matheus Nicolau. Fuck Alex Pearce. I hope he finally gets cut, because he sucks. And A, he sucks, and B, he pulls out of more fights than fucking anyone. So, fuck him. So, whatever. Give me Matheus Nicolau by decision. Terrible fight. I can frankly say I don't give a flying fuck about this main event. And, yeah, what a shit way to end the first card since 300. Oh, and don't worry, next week gets somehow does not get much better, because we get another flyweight main event, and it's a pay-per-view. Matheus Nicolau by decision. I don't give a fuck. Boom. There's the card to go over my picks one more times, English. Maheshate by knockout in the second. Ivana Petrović by knockout in the second, probably. James Llontop by decision. Ketlen Souza by decision. Caio Machado by decision. Michael Figlak by decision. Victor Henry, my lock for the night, by decision. Uros Mannic by knockout in the second. JSP by decision. Jhonata Diniz by knockout in the first. Karine Silva by submission in the first. Bogdan Guskov by knockout in the first. And Matheus Nicolau by decision. If I fucked any of those up, my bad. But nah, I'm pretty sure I hit them all on the head perfectly. The only picks I'm a little iffy on are Uros. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's the only one I'm like, I guess Ivana by a finish I'm a little iffy on. We'll see if I change that. But besides that, those are my picks. And, I don't got much else to say. Is this a good card? No. The only saving graces of this card are 1, 2, and 3. The Guskov, Silva, and Pearce fight are the only good fights on the card. Like, because if you look at everything else, this will be fun, but it's 2 bad fighters. These are just 5 canned fights in a row. This is just gonna be an old man getting beat up. This will be fun, but this will be fun. I guess you can say 3.5. Diniz, please don't be terrible, and a joke of a main event. That shouldn't even be co-main a fight night. And by the way, I hope I'm wrong. I want every fight on this card to be fucking amazing, cause, you know, I shit on the card because it sucks. I don't want it to suck, it just does. I want to be wrong. I want all of these, I want Nicolau Pearce to be the fight of the year. I don't care, I just want good fights. What do we not have on this card? Good fights. We have 3.5 being nice. Like, and those prelims, no fucking joke. This might be like the worst, amount of fights I've seen back to back ever. The best fucking fighter out of these 5 fights is Michael Figlak, maybe? Or none of them. They all suck. This card's gonna be dreadful to watch, but I hope I'm wrong. Trust me, I want to be wrong. Will I be? Probably not, but whatever. Let's just watch it and get it over with. Hopefully we have a few good moments. It's gonna be an Apex card. It's gonna be like 2 or 3 good moments, and then the rest will be shit. I can't. And yeah, for the recap, I might do it Saturday night. If I don't, I'll do it Sunday, because trust me, I'm not going to be, if the card's really good, I'll recap it Saturday night like I'm meant to. If it sucks dick, I'll do it Sunday, so, yeah. I'm just rambling on now. I'm tired of talking about this card, it's just annoying, and I don't want to talk about it anymore, so I'm not going to. So yeah, not very much else to say, besides, I hope you enjoyed the video. You'll hear from me Sunday, either 1 p.m. EST or whenever I do finally record the recap. Probably, most likely, it's an early card, so I'll probably do it. But I'll probably get it out on time, don't worry. So, yeah. But yeah, I already don't got much else to say. Besides, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. 100 subs goal by the end of 2024. And as always, unless I'm forgetting to say something, which I'm not, RX out. good vibes only, and